What's up, y'all? Happy Monday to y'all. AJ Simmons checking in, and I want to tell you this, y'all. If you in the cleaning business or really any service business in general, fuck it, any entrepreneur, I ain't even really got to specify because the message is still the same across the board, and it's this. Do the work, all right? Do the work, do the numbers. If you don't do the numbers, then you ain't going to get the numbers. It's as simple as that. Now, before I get into this, ignore that drawing on the back. I'm sitting here looking at this, and I see that my daughter done drew something. Let me see. Yeah, that's definitely my daughter. She done drew something on my whiteboard back there. I bought that whiteboard for y'all so I can give y'all more whiteboard lessons. I ain't used it for that yet. But anyway, ignore that. I was trying to, but I couldn't even do it. But anyway, listen, y'all. You got to do the work. You got to do the numbers. I'm telling you now, we heading into 2025. New Year's coming. Goal setting time is upon us. Everybody got that spirit. We all want a new change. We all want to get in the flow of things. Number one, whatever you plan on doing in 2025, you should have already started that. You should have been started that already. And if you haven't, this is your sign. Start right now, today. All right? Ain't no on the first of the month. On the first of the month, I'm getting my gym membership. Get that motherfucker right now. Go online, sign up for it. Go now. All right? If you ain't going to go today, at least sign up today, then go tomorrow. All right? If you already know that you got to send certain proposals out, you got to buy some leads, you got to make some cold calls. You might can't call today because I'm posting this video a little bit later in the day. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the evening or what, but make a list today. All right, make the list of the businesses you're going to call. If you're not a caller, you want to go door to door, well, make the list of the businesses you're going to today. All right, but make your decision to get started ASAP. All right, so that's number one. Start now. The best time was yesterday. The second best time is now for anything that you're trying to do. All right, now that we got that part out of the way, my point is do your numbers. I done told y'all this a million times, but it's a message that never gets old and you always got to hear it, and it's this. All right, if you know that you want to grow by X amount of contracts, let's just say you want to get a contract every single month, one new contract every single month. Well, guess how many walkthroughs you got to go on? Depending on who you are, it might be 10. Depending on who you are, it might be 20. Depending on who you are, it might be 5. Depending on who you are, it might be 1. You might close every deal you get. You a bad motherfucker, right? You know what I mean? But regardless of what it is, you should know your track record. And if you don't know, go to more. You need to do more, all right? But I'm telling you now, it's impossible to fail in the cleaning industry in particular as long as you putting in the work. And if you ain't getting enough deals closed, it's because you ain't going enough walkthroughs. If you're not going to enough walkthroughs, it's because you don't have enough leads. If you don't have enough leads, it means you're not doing enough numbers. Whether it be cold calling yourself, whether it be paying a cold caller to call for you, whether it be going door to door, whether it be buying leads. But something is wrong and you need to fix it. Take action, all right? If you know it's that, bam, well, I can't afford the cold call. I can't afford to take the time off the cold call. So I got to buy leads. Invest in more leads. All right, shout out to lsleadgeneration.com. I haven't started another lead generation service. We don't sell leads right now at Clean Business Network, as y'all should know, because I kind of put it out there. But we don't sell leads at Clean Business Network no more right now. If you want to learn how to generate your own leads, I have the in-house lead generation course. You can go to cleanbizuniversity.com. Cleanbizuniversity.com, and you can get the in-house lead generation course. I show you exactly how I had my lead generation set up and running for the last 6 years now. But I shut it down. I just shut it down, a couple months ago? You know what I mean? But if you want to learn how I was doing it and how I was finding people leads all over the country, go check that out. All right? You can get the course. I'll show you how to do it yourself. All right? And then, if you like, all right, well, I got the leads, but I just need somebody, I need to know how to put the quality staff in it and get the Cleaning Biz Automation course instead, because it's going to show you everything that course will show you, plus it's going to show you the automation stuff with the software, and it's going to show you how to hire quality subcontractors guaranteed. All right? But anyway, do the numbers, y'all. Stop acting like this shit is rocket science when it's not. You know what it is. You already know. Today's Monday. How many calls have you made? Seriously, like, how many calls have you made? It's your business. Fuck the cold caller that you hired. How many they made? How many did you make? You know what I mean? You want this to work? Well, you got to put the work in. All right? Stop thinking it's going to be a magic pill. It's no magic pills. There's no secrets. It's A plus B equals C. As simple as that. Or 1 + 1 = 2. Or whatever the fuck math, but it's basic is my point. It's basically, how many calls will it take for me to get one appointment? How many doors do I have to go to get one appointment? How many leads do I have to buy to get one appointment? How many ads do I have to run on this platform to get one appointment? And then how many appointments do I need to get one deal closed? All right, then once you get one deal closed, now you repeat that process every single month. If you want to grow by 5 contracts every month, It's the same math. You want to grow by 50 contracts every month. It's the same math. You just got to figure out your math. If you ain't growing, it's because you're not putting in the work to grow. It's simple as that. Another thing, if you already got customers, then guess what? Go to them. Make sure, number one, you're doing a good job. Take care of what you already got. If you ain't taking care of what you already got, what makes what makes you think that you deserve to get more? So that's number one. Take care of what you already got. Go do some inspections. When the last time you inspected your contracts? When is the last time you inspected your accounts? And I say you should do two types of inspections. Do daytime inspections and nighttime inspections. Go in there, pop up on your people after hours while they're there. After they left, check on it. So that way, that's when you do your thorough inspection, right? When you really getting it in. Then you go back in the daytime, and typically you want to go the very next day after you did the nighttime inspection. That way, you can show your face to the customer, and you know it's good because you just left from last night. Or at least it should be good as possible because you just put your personal eyes on it. So you know it's good. Because what you don't want to do is go see them in the daytime, and you ain't checked it in months, and the thing look like shit, and now you got to deal with that in person. You don't want to do that. So do your nighttime inspection. Check it out, make sure it's good, then pop up on them the next day in the morning. I'm like, hey, just popping in, checking on you guys' routine inspection. Do you mind if I take a look around? They're going to say, sure, go right ahead, because you're already in a contract with them. They know you done seen everything. Y'all in there every night anyway. And guess what? The more you show your face in the daytime, build that relationship with them, the less they worry about what's going on in nighttime. I promise you that. Especially if you're dressed up, you know what I mean? You're smiling. You're showing good manners, you're speaking up, you're making eye contact, you're giving firm handshakes, all the basics, y'all. Acknowledging people by name. You know what I mean? What's the best compliment you can give somebody is their name. Call them by name, all right? Little basic stuff, y'all. Read books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, by the way, by, who was that? Dale Carnegie. All right, look that up. It's a hell of a book, all right? But anyway, just do the numbers, y'all. This is just your friendly reminder, all right? Friendly reminder. I could not get that out. To do the numbers, y'all, and do the work. And do the work that it's going to take for you to grow and sustain in your business. And not just sustain, but actually grow too. But it's like some of us, we just trying to goddamn stay afloat. It be like that sometimes. Well, guess what? In order to even stay afloat, you got to put the work in. And so to grow, you got to put the work in. So it's like, well, if you're going to struggle regardless, you might well struggle to move forward. You know what I mean? It's an old phrase they always say, it's hard regardless, so choose your hard. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard whether you quit and go get a job. It's going to be hard whether you just keep these few contracts you got and just keep those and don't do nothing else. It's going to be hard if you decide to grow and scale. So figure out which hard you want to do and which one is worth it to you. I think about quitting all the fucking time. I'm tired. I've been an entrepreneur my whole damn life. My whole adult life I've been an entrepreneur. It's tiring, especially when you get to the level where it's not play no more. When you got multiple years of books to manage, right? When you got taxes and shit out year after year that you owe now, you need no fucking refunds no more. You know what I mean? When you got all type of different things that come up along the way as you start to grow. You got audits all of a sudden that come up, and not just tax audit either. You got insurance audits, you got all type of stuff. You know what I mean? You got classification of different things. There's a lot of stuff you got to do as an entrepreneur, and as you grow, either you're going to level up with those new problems, or you just going to settle and you're going to cower back down, and then you're going to deal with that level of hard. Me personally, nah, I ain't got no choice. I'm AJ Simmons. I ain't got no choice. I got to keep leveling up with it. I don't feel like it, but guess what? This shit ain't about feelings. It ain't about feelings. Know what I mean? This shit is about the bag. Right? It's about leveling up. You know what I mean? You can't operate in your emotional state. Now, there is a time in business that you operate in your emotional state. And shout out to Pat Bet David, because I was listening to a video where he was talking about not quitting and stuff like that. And he talked about how when you get in those moments when you're ready to quit, that's the time when you do need to operate in an emotional state. And here's why. And I thought this was so good. He said, because when you operate in an emotional state, like, your emotions is what drove you to this place anyway. You quit your job because of your emotion, how you felt. You felt like quitting. You felt like you was above it. You felt like this wasn't good enough, so you quit, and then you felt that you can run this business, right? Logically, it was a lot of shit that was going against you, especially for y'all that started and you bought into Clean Biz Network and you believe this guy on the internet. You know what I mean? You believe in this. God damn it, I'm going to try it, right? That was a feeling. That was an emotion that you acted off, right? Well, guess what? When you get in a rut and shit get tight and you don't know what you're going to do, guess what? You got to act off emotion, because if you act off logic always going to say, yeah, go and get that job. Nah, I mean, we need that guaranteed check every 2 weeks. I mean, every week or however often y'all get paid, right? But if you act off emotion gonna tell you, nah, I made it this far. I'm gonna figure a way out. I know I got another walkthrough coming tomorrow. I know I got another deal. One of these damn proposals that I sent out probably from 3 months ago, finna come back. I'm up $5,000 now. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, 10 grand a month, whatever contract proposal you got waiting on, and that's another thing before I wrap this up too. Make sure you check, follow up, check on them old proposals. Y'all reach back out. Some of y'all got tens of thousands of dollars pending in contracts. Some of y'all hundreds of thousands of dollars pending in contracts. Go back and follow up. And if you're not using a CRM, you should be ashamed of yourself, especially if you're in Clean Business Network, because you got a whole access to a whole CRM right in your membership. Go inside your CRM, look at the leads that are open. Look at the leads that you abandoned. Look at the leads that you lost. Look and see how long ago that was. And look what the notes say about when you lost it. Go back and follow up. It's that time, y'all. It's that time. A lot of decisions still being made before they close out the year. A lot of things probably going to change January 1st, February 1st. Get active, y'all. Get outside. Now, I mean, get dressed up. Hell, if you got to cut your hair, cut your hair. For my people that got long hair like me. If you feel like that's what the difference is, then fuck it. Go for it. It's just hair. You can get it back after you get the bread for like, I always prioritize getting money. I told my sister this when I first grew my hair out. She was like, what made you grow your hair anyway? Like it was sticking out. I had to pull it down real quick. My sister was like, what made you grow your hair out anyway? And I was like, honestly, I always wanted to grow my hair out, but one, I wasn't allowed to. My mama wouldn't let me and my brother grow our hair out when we was growing up, right? You know what I mean? When Bow Wow came out, all the girls liked the dudes with the hair. I mean, yeah, the dudes with hair, right? So I always kind of secretly wanted hair anyway. I wasn't allowed to get hair. And then, two, I didn't want to go through the ugly phase. And then I knew I'm a clean-cut guy. I always been like a, you know what I mean, a professional-minded type person. Like, I done had the construction jobs, too, and worked for all the staff and company. I've done the dirty work, too. You know what I mean? I done the warehouse work, all that. You know what I mean? But typically, I always also knew how to switch over. I always been technical savvy, you know what I mean? I could type all that shit, right? So, I always been a clean-cut dude. Like, when I want to clean up, I can clean it up. But I was always too scared to go through that ugly phase of growing your hair. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to mess up, like, job opportunities or business opportunities. So, once I finally got to a point where I was like, you know what? I think I got a business that's actually sustaining itself, and I'm good enough. And that's when I decided to grow my hair out. But I didn't do it before then. And so I'm just telling you that so you can know too. Listen, don't be scared to do what you got to do in order to get to where you're trying to get to. You can always come back and do what you want to do later. You always got to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do later. Just temporary sacrifice. Another word for it, another phrase for it rather, is delayed gratification. Don't be scared of it. I know we got pride. I know I always talk about get paid to be you and be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. I ain't saying hop on this bitch and try to act like you goddamn Carlton Banks or nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that, but what I am saying is there is a time and a place for everything, right? And there is a such thing as called professionalism. All right? And so everybody want to be treated professional. If you walk up in somebody's establishment and they carrying it a particular way with a particular type of energy and they ain't looking right, you ain't gonna want to do business with that person. True or false? You know what I mean? You ain't gonna want to do business with that person. And so you got to think about that as well now that you're on the business side of things. Make sure you present yourself in a way where somebody might want to do business with you. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't quote unquote made it yet. You know what I mean? I ain't made it yet according to my standards, right? But to some others, maybe I have. You know what I mean? And everybody got their own standards, and that shit gonna change over time too. But anyway, just came here to give you this motivation, y'all. Make sure you stay hungry. Close out this year strong so we can go into that next year with momentum. Y'all already know what it is. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. Join us in Clean Biz Network. Visit www.cleanbiznetwork.com to check us out. We got courses also available at cleanbizuniversity.com, all right? And you can learn how to get your own lead generation service in-house as well as set up your automation program, all of that. Or if you just want the basic coaching, join us. It's only $99 a month. And I'm doing coaching calls regularly with the group. You get the CRM, you get bidding calculators, proposal generators, you name it, is all in there. Anything you could ever want to be successful in your business. I'm looking at somebody walking crap past my window, and there's my wife coming in. But anyway, everything you need is gonna be in there in Clean Biz Network, y'all. So again, thank y'all for watching. I am the Clean Business GOAT. Let's get to it, y'all. Don't be scared. Let's get to it.